So welcome to the, I guess, first impressions of what we've done to the exhaust. So I've scoured the internet for this kind of thing, and I know 987 CayMANs aren't exactly the most common or popular car in the world, so there's never going to be a huge demand for this kind of content. But I feel like if you don't make it, you never know how many people are searching for it, right? So I was certainly looking for examples of this sort of setup, just so I could know, right? So if you hadn't guessed, the red car from my Nürburgring video had straight through decats, picture here, straight through decats with for the manifolds, so slightly longer primary tubes than standard. Genuinely, you get a little bit of a performance gain there, and when I say little, it's not inconsequential. You get a decent chunk of extra torque, around sort of 3,000 to 4,000 RPM, so it's real mid-range grunt, and then you also get a nice little bit of zing at the top as well. So it's just all around, it's good stuff. That was on the stock exhaust, so stock non-valved Porsche exhaust. Where you have it's completely standard, is very quiet, right? Like on full chatter, it sounds like a car, but it's very muted. Now, conversely, we have this, which is not only a CayMAN S, a CayMAN, so we've got a CayMAN, which is 3.4 litres, so immediately more exhaust gas to play with. More exhaust gas means more noise with the same setup. So if you have exactly the same exhaust as I had on the red one, this would be louder because it's got more power, more gas, more everything, right? Just makes sense. The difference being this has the Porsche Sports Exhaust, and so it sounds like this. It's quite frankly, it's ludicrous. It's far too loud. We're just on the way to Brands Hatch now. We're going to get it measured. They've got a track day this evening. Like, let's go for it. So I'm going to do valves on now. Like, I've got a little bit of load there. Listen to this. Oh shit, I need a controller. Does the button work? Can't remember which one it is. That's the one. So unlock his valves open. Right, check this out. It is unruly, would be a modest way to describe it. It's absolutely batshit. Those fucking downshift things, goddamn. We won't come in hot to this roundabout, but like, we've got enough to play with here. It sounds ridiculous. Down into first. You get these little bubbles and snap bubbles and cracks from the overrun. Oh, it truly is a magical noise. I mean, forget wanting to see a video on, you know, before and afters, what does it sound like. I would listen to this shit all day long. Let's do window down because it's even louder. Like, it's gonna make my ears ring soon. Absolutely nuts. This is carnage, absolute carnage. So I quite like it. It's just a few decibels too loud. I reckon if it was like, we're gonna find out what it is. I have got a, let's open the glove box. I've got this little gizmo. Now I don't quite understand the difference here. This is a sound meter, sound level meter. It's obviously some cheap Chinese shit. Look at this, Levzel meter. So they can't even spell the label right on the device itself. But to illustrate the point, if we look at this, go full throttle, it's like mid-90s, right, in the car, which is just fucking nuts if you ask me. If you turn it to min-max though, we just record the max, somehow it picks up 111. I don't know, not sure. Not sure what that's about. But we're going to go and find out on the level that matters. We'll do a little downshift in the tunnel, check this shit. Oh god. I have a video that I should upload of my red one, doing a few laps at Donington Park National Circuit, with a bloke called Will in the passenger seat. Now Will's very excitable with loud cars. It makes a great passenger, but he made a point. He was like, it sounds like it's got a lightweight flywheel, just the way it revs now. And whilst it doesn't, I totally get what he's saying, because it sounds just more zappy, right? Look at the rev counter. It just, I'm not sure that moves any quicker. Like, for example, we can turn this back on, so we press lock, and now in theory valves are closed. Do the same rev. Like, it looks exactly the same, but it's suddenly it's all engine noise, no exhaust noise. It's funny what an exhaust note does to the feel of a car, you know? It's funny. What else? So I've got a little clip of the installation of an exhaust like this. So manifolds for a 987. People say they're a pain in the arse. Like, they're not. Okay, so it's not a super easy job, but it's not that bad. You can DIY it. The only thing I would suggest is, if you have the Porsche Sports Exhaust, i.e. that little button there, which I'll point out does nothing now because we've disconnected the Porsche controller we're using aftermarket. If you have the Porsche Sports Exhaust, I'm kind of loath to recommend the decats. I really think it's going to be too loud for track days. We're going to find out, right? I might be wrong, but I think it's going to be too loud. If it's not, fan-dabby-dozy. I'll just have to get some earplugs, get used to it. But I have a feeling it is. Is that a C63? Yeah, nice. So we're nearly there. Brands Hatch entrance coming up. I like this resurfacing they've done. Very nice. So you could easily do track days with this, right? This is more than suitable. But the question is, do you want to? Do you want to have valves closed for the sportiest sort of outings? Probably not, right? Welcome to Festival Italia. Not gonna be around, sadly, for this, but yeah. Thanks, chap. It's a magical place, this place. Where are you going, sunshine? Good lad. I hope there's someone here. Right. 105 is scores on the doors for valves open. So 94, I think he said, valves off. 105 valves open. 105, god damn it. Kind of makes sense. It is fucking outrageous. So, but we don't have miles to go. So Adams was what, 107? can't, I was considering, do I put the cats back on? I can't, man. I just need to figure out a way just to shave maybe 6 decibels off this. Shave 6 decibels off this would be perfect. Right, give you a couple of little accelerations. In fact, fuck it. Bit more to be got from a traction off launch. What was that? 5.1. Oh my god, there's definitely a 4 point something in this. That was definitely a 4. That was definitely a 4. Off we go. 4.98. That'll do, puppy. I don't actually think there's much more to get there. Maybe with a higher launch, but it sort of gripped and went. Some people ask, is there drone? Yes, there's drone. With valves open, there's a lot of drone, as you'd imagine. There's very little in the way of resonation. So, for example, if it's quiet now, right? Well, quiet-ish. If I open, that's just on the overrun. You've got that little hum in the car that honestly gets old. Like, especially if you've got some motorway miles to do, that would get very old very quickly. Ah, no indication, but I kind of thought you'd do that. It's okay, we're just going to go back. There's like a really bad resonance at sort of 3,000 RPM. We're going to 6th at 50 miles an hour, and it's still going to be there as soon as you add load. Yeah, there we go. That's 4th. That's 6th. Honestly, it's kind of making my ears ring a little bit, so we close. Well, actually, I'll give the demo. So 40 mile an hour, it's kind of uphill as well, gently accelerating, 50 miles an hour. Like, you can tell that's not going to be quiet, ever. And up the hill, especially if you add some gas, that gets uncomfortable, so you close it up. And now it's just nice and peaceful. You could drive like this all day. Absolutely beautiful. Proper Jekyll and Hyde. We just need to take the edge off. That's the theme. We just need to take the edge off. Oh god, it just sounds so good, man. It sounds so good. A little blip, shall we? Yeah, come on. Like, if I went back to stock now, this would it would feel like a different car, and it's really just that 3,000 RPM bit that I don't like. That's the only bit. So